And we are back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 81. So I hope you guys had a great weekend coming into this week. And as you guys know, for this week, it is Thanksgiving week. I don't personally care about holidays. I don't even celebrate them. I celebrate like one holiday a year, which is Halloween. So, I know a lot of people are traveling, so make sure you guys are, being safe, and make sure you guys get to your destinations at a reasonable time frame, and hopefully no delays happen actually. And as you guys know, we have panel shows on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and one-on-ones will be throughout the week. I was gonna have the comic book show that I do with Savage Dad yesterday, but his butthole started leaking pretty hard, so we have to probably do that on Tuesday. So there's a lot to talk about, but we have another guest this week. This first time on the show. Maybe I race swap him with Strider. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna be our consistent fifth white guy, that I have on here generally. So our featured guest today is Mr. Syfaxx. Actually, he's got the Geeks and Gamers shirt on. He definitely supports racists, bigots, and homophobes, and I love it. Honestly, So what's going on, man? How you doing? Introduce yourself,
good.
to the panel, and tell them something about yourself.
Yeah, so Syfaxx is obviously the handle I've been using. I just kind of got into the YouTube stuff about a year and a half ago, but I've known the Geeks and Gamers crew, Nerdrotic. I've known them for about over 3 years. I'm actually friends with people like Chris Gore in real life. I live not too far from him. We hang out.
Nice.
So a lot of these guys I would talk to all the time, and I mean, I'm assuming a lot of you guys watch them. One of the things they always keep saying is if you got something to say, get out there and get a mic. Your camera kind of doesn't matter. Just make sure your audio is okay. Say what you got to say and just start. And I'm very, very new with a lot of the editing and all this process and stuff. So a lot of my videos, not gonna lie, they're not the best. Visually, it's kind of like this setup with a couple pictures and stuff. And I just do little reviews at the moment because I'm still learning all this stuff. But after knowing all those guys, it started pushing that out there, or pushing the idea towards me, and I just finally embraced it and started doing it. And now I know people like DA, he's another person I know in real life, and he was just like, "Hey man, if you get a mic going," he's like, I'll throw you onto a stream." And since then, I only got 84 subs or whatever. But I figure after a month and a half and only a few videos, that's not too bad for probably how not great my videos are.
Well, you're only doing it for a year, so that's fine. Honestly, the best thing you can do is just keep doing it. Every day, every video you put out, just think about this: what could you have done better to make that video the next one you're going to do even better? That's the first thing most new people should see. Because if you already are identifying things that you could do better, this is the best advice I was actually given to a friend a long time. Just write it down. Write down what you want to improve on. That way, it's visually something you can click on. Maybe you have a notepad on your computer or your phone. You just visually go, okay, I need to start remembering this when I do videos. Simple thing.
Yeah, always even with the few videos that I've done, I think I've done 19 videos so far. I can look at my first video and see how bad my audio was, how everything sucked, the sizing of it. I didn't even have the right aspect ratio, none of that shit. Now I know how to do it better to where at least they at least look kind of the same now.
Mental marker.
And it's okay.
Before you release any video, make sure it's all good to go. Even if you have to watch it yourself back to preview it, because they allow you to do that.
I do that all the time. I do that before I even do the upload to YouTube thing, and I've been going over a lot of it. And shout out to Quentin Edwards. Thanks for checking it out, man. That guy's a homie from different chats. But man, thanks for having me on. It's good to meet you all. Hopefully this will be a fun stream.
They're cloud chasers. I'm the real king around here. They're like my puppets in my marionette show.
I'm glad I didn't wear my Rippaverse shirt because you're rocking the Rippaverse hat. So I didn't want to be another suck up. No.
Oh shit. Oh god. But no, man. Earlier this year, me and Emerald was there a year before me too. But we had went out to Vegas and we had talked to Jeremy and Ryan and everybody else.
You might have seen me out there then, because I've been through the last. I've been to the last 3 years. Yeah,
I've gone to the last 3 as well.
What the? Yeah. I think we literally saw each other and went, "Yo," and then never talked to each other.
I was there when the.
You there this year?
Yeah, I was there the last 3 years.
You were there
man,
at the Millennium Fan Bar this year.
yeah. And when
I
like
knew you looked familiar.
Chris had his stroke or whatever on the
Yeah, I remember
Tuesday,
that.
and so I went
Yeah.
to all 3
Yeah.
dates because like I know Melissa too from Nerdrot, his wife, and so I went the
Did you
third
see my
day.
wife there because you were banging her afterwards?
I don't know, maybe, but
What? Wait, that's crazy. You were probably there. I know I probably saw you. Dude, I was probably so tired, dude. Those days are tiring as fuck. The first day, as everyone knows, you guys were there. Fucking hell, that first night, everyone was awake till like 5 a.m. Then we're just awake at like 8 a.m. to go do stuff. We're like not mentally there.
The obviousness of your being tired was the fact that you kept calling me British.
To be fair, he had you confused with Jack.
There was a British guy I did meet, and he was awesome. So I thought his accent was so thick, everyone that talked to me sounded British.
Was it Disparu? Because he was there.
Another guy. No, it's a Scottish guy. It was the guy with the overalls, remember? He was the Scottish guy. I talk like this.
If I saw a picture, I might remember him.
Wait, is he Irish? Wait. Yeah, he was Scottish, but he talked like this. He's Irish.
Yeah. He said he was a mutt. He was all of them. He told me this.
I went back and watched the Geeks and Gamers review of the last meetup in the 3 days, and it's kind of funny because there's scenes in there where Disparu's right here and I'm right behind him, and we're back to back talking with other people.
Yeah, there's small little clips when I went over it. I'd be like, I'm right there. I'm kind of like usually in the background on some of those shots, but I'm like, I'm right there.
I don't know if you saw it from last year, but I mean, so right above me, right there was the 1/6 scale statue that I won in the raffle of Boba Fett from Nerdrotic's collection.
Oh, right on.
Nice.
Yeah, I've never won anything from there, but
dude,
yeah, because I know people.
Raffle, I lost my ticket. I literally lost my ticket.
I lost them too.
Right? They said she gave me one, but I don't even remember because I was that tired. I don't even know what was happening those nights. Then there's a picture that Savage Dad took where Ryan has Tiny and Selena next to him. They're hugging, and it's me behind him. It's the literal most cuckold funniest thing ever.
Like, I get kind of lucky at those things because I know Chris Gore, like he's just like, oh, he sees me and he just brings me into the back, so I get to hang out with everybody most of the time. So it's like I go to all the little events. When we went to LA Comic-Con, it's like, oh, I get to hang out with all these guys.
Oh, nice.
At the time, I wasn't doing any of the content stuff, so they'd be like, hey, what's your channel? And I'm like, I don't even got one. They're like, what? Why are you here? And I'm like, yeah, I'm right here in Cali.
Me too.
I'm in San Fernando Valley.
San Fernando. Oh, you're about a couple hours away from me. Okay.
I'm like near Burbank. Burbank would probably be the biggest
city. I'm like
city.
2 hours away from LA, essentially. I'm like closer to City of Industry where Frankenstein's is at.
Yeah. I know Frankenstein's. I've been out there plenty of times.
Yeah, dude, man. People that don't know what it is, man, I wish everyone had one. It should be a franchise. That would make billions of dollars.
I used to go out there all the time. Yeah. I used to go out there all the time when I was into Magic because I got a big ass Magic the Gathering section.
Magic is for nerds, dude. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon was for the chads. Magic was for literal losers.
I'm sorry you don't know how to shower, MSK.
Okay, that's Magic players. That's literally Magic players.
No, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! No, it's Yu-Gi-Oh!
No, it wasn't.
No, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are literally asked to make sure they take showers. They have deodorant at Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments.
Dance, puppets, dance.
Oh shit! But man, next year if you go out, I'll probably recognize you when I see you then because I'm going next year too. I'm bringing
I'll go this year.
Lamborghini. I'm bringing a bad bitch. I'm trying to just like go out crazy.
I mean, I remember going. I went the year when Drunk 3PO showed up in that Lambo or whatever. Like I was there that year too.
I was there that year as well.
I'll live
I need someone to pick me up and take me to a meetup because I think that's the only way I'll ever get to go.
Good lord, we got to do a crowd.
Well, most of the girls that are there are already with their dudes because they got dragged along.
You know, crazy. The last one we went to, there was a lot more single ones there. There was a few like older milfs that were single, but no, you're mostly right. A lot of the girls there are just with somebody, or the ones that aren't with somebody are trying to basically suck off the guys that are bigger. They're trying to kiss up to them.
The first year I went, I brought my girl out there, and she had no idea who anybody was, and I was like, oh, yeah. Like,
does your girl have a single friend that wants to get BBC'd?
Oh no, we broke up since then. But the last couple times I've gone out on my own, but it's actually more fun that way because then I get to afterwards, like I said, because I know some of these people, I go and hang out with them afterwards. Like we go to Denny's and go shoot the shit, and
hell yeah,
I don't know, it's kind of cool. So I haven't been able to leverage that yet. Maybe if I start gaining some subscribers, I'd be like, look, guys, I got like 1,000 people. Like, hook a brother up, man.
Good
Can I
lord.
pick chicks up with 170?
Well, at least you're not kissing guys like Denzel Washington and Gladiator 2.
So let me step in for a second. Next to Syfaxx and MSK is Drunken Emerald. How are you doing, buddy?
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
If I drink enough of this, I'll be drunk in Syfaxx as well, so it's fine.
I'm good. I'm editing a video of a watch along that we introduced Arza to Office Space for the first time.
Yeah.
And it's been hell trying to edit it because I decided for the first video I'm ever going to do on my channel, it's going to be a freaking watch.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
And it's been hell editing so far.
Good
But other than that, here, ready to get the night started.
All right, how you doing, buddy? No, I'm doing this.
I guess he's the host now.
I'm kidding.
Don't fight over me, Dad.
Yeah, Quizmaster, what are the topics? No.
Rosa Parks was right. Black people should be in the back of the bus.
No!
Do not come.
He came so close. We made it's a record. We made it 11 minutes. But I'm doing pretty good. I just hit 170 subscribers. I had a video blow up.
Just like my wife?
Yep, because sure. It's on Dungeons and Dragons, and it's definitely my best video, which is a shame because it means it's all downhill from here. It's the only video I've been like funny consistently through. So that's not the video I did today, infinitely inferior, but it's fine. It's fine.
Hell yeah, man. And Darnell, how was your week, man?
Pretty cool. I did a table read for the Star Trek Next Generation episode, The Big Goodbye, last night with Surly Durly, Moxie Dame. And that was one of the funniest things I've ever done in my life. I swear to God.
Did you just about to call it Star Trek: The Last Generation?
I did. I've been up. I've been up since yesterday, dude. I have had little to no sleep.
I mean, it's the last generation of good Star Wars, so it might be accurate. Other than the third season of Picard, but yeah, okay.
That's what I hear. So, Syfaxx, you said you've been doing it a year, and your size.
No, I've been doing it a month and a half.
Okay, a month and a half. Your size is an issue. I'm 44, and my size is still an issue. So, 44 years, size will never get better.
I mean, that's been an issue in my dating life, but never on YouTube.
Okay,
yet,
you know, Syfaxx, for your channel, my channel is 3 months old.
Someone responded to that.
My channel is only 3 months old, and you're about where I was a month and a half in, so you're doing fine.
You're totally fine, man.
My channel's been around.
I'm not worried about it. And
I got 86 subscribers.
I just hit 84, so it's not too bad. But like I said, I don't really post that often. I'm trying to find more topics other than because right now I just kind of do movie reviews because I got the AMC pass. So whatever the big movies are of the week or the month or whatever's going on. And like I was doing the Agatha stuff with the DA's channel. Like that's the main channel I'm on all the time. Is like DA, and I saw your interview with him, and so I'm on there a lot. And we usually kind of already talk about most of the stuff, so I can see why people don't want to watch a video about it after they just watch us talk about it for like 2 hours. I'm like, that's my main crowd of people that are already watching my stuff. So it's kind of
you got to keep in mind, keep in mind, his audience technically is kind of not yours, weirdly, even though they'll watch you on there.
The people that most of the people that I have are pretty much from that audience. That and like Hold My Dual Shock, like those are the two channels I go on mostly. So it's like,
you see,
that's
you gotta post those.
The most people who watch my stuff.
You gotta post those Agatha reviews because if you're lucky, you'll catch the ire of the woke crowd, and they will spike your viewership.
Oh no!
Yeah, no. Well,
oh no.
That's some of the reasons why some of my videos I'm like I just do a quick review on them and I don't do like a ton of editing in them because my editing would take too long. And by the time I was done with that video, it would be out of the zeitgeist. Nobody would be typing in Agatha anymore. Like I'd probably still be editing my first one because how slow I am with that shit. So nobody would be. It'd be like Agatha that existed. That was like a month ago. Nobody remembers that.
Yeah. If you guys want to go check out my conversation I had with Derek, so there's no more conversation videos because the only time I can have those is when the person can't stay the full hour for a one-on-one. If it's less than an hour, then I just put it out as a regular pre-recorded video. And it was great talking to him. You know, he might honestly be my dad because he's black. You know, no correlations there. He's based, I'm based. It's like two black guys think alike. No, it's great minds think alike. But yeah, that can always apply too.
Man, I was wondering. I was like, when I was watching your videos and stuff, and I was
lie
like,
to me.
man,
No
like
one
you
does
feel. Well, when you reached out to me, I was like, well, I got to watch a couple of them to see, like, to learn about what you talk about or whatever. But I was like, and then you said you're in you know, Pacific Standard Time or whatever, you know, you're on the West Coast. I was like, oh man, I wonder if maybe I've just ran into you randomly at some of these stuff or some of these things. And I was like, well, maybe he's gone to the meetups, and you said you did. Because I was like, I probably ran into you, but when I'm out there, man, by the time I even get to those, I'm already like 3 sheets to the wind. So
yeah, because like the freaking event, which I loved going this year, and the other one that was in San Diego, the events are like at 8 in the night. So if you worked a morning shift, because I have morning shifts, I work 8 to 4, 9 to 5, 7 to 3. When we went out there for Vegas earlier this year, I woke up at 5 in the morning to get to work, be at 6 to 2. And then we left like literally about an hour later. So I was dead by the time I got no nap. Because I usually have to have my old man nap in the middle of the day to keep myself refreshed. And just went out there and just, good Lord, I don't even know what happened later in the night. My brain was fried. All I do is I met some people. I talked to Gary and I was like, I was fucking with him. You know, I was like, how do I become like you? He was like, do drugs, go to jail. And I was like, so you mean my dad? What the hell? He's like, I was like, I'm already black. So
I got 2 of those things covered. So I mean, I'm on my way, guys.
You know, good Lord. I asked Ryan and Jeremy and Gary if they ever dated a black girl. I had to ask that. Jeremy didn't, but Ryan and Nerd Rodder did. So, you know, they can use the N-word.
I have too. So there we go.
See, there you go.
I'm already
You're
in
more
the
black
club.
than me. Dude, if dating a black girl, come on. Did you have sex with one of them and you pulled their hair out because it's not real?
No, not the weave ones. No.
Okay, you did it the light skinned ones that are like more tolerable.
Yeah. She used to always say how whitewashed she was, and I was like, just because it's right after sex doesn't mean it has to be like that. But okay, whatever. No.
God, if girls' vaginas could go straight dry after I had sex,
Dude,
that'd be perfect.
dude.
Here we see MSK's #1 talent.
Turn women off.
Eventually, I will get to meet any single one of them someday.
So, dude, this is where all the lesbians are coming after they meet MSK. Apparently, no.
I'm not even gonna lie. Even in porn, when it comes to like lesbians or troons, why do they all look way better than the ones that look in real life?
It's called acting.
That's true.
They get
Fucking
good
hell,
looking
man.
ones to play roles.
They have professional makeup artists.
Yeah, good Lord. No one in porn looks like us. We're fucking, unless you're doing like amateur porn. We look like losers.
Well, yeah,
honestly.
no one would hire someone that looks like me.
What are you talking about? You're like, you're gay for porn. Dude, how are you right now if you do it? You ever heard of gay for porn? Gay for P? G for P? There's a thing back in the day.
I mean, you'd fit right in with the cuckold videos where you sit on the couch and have to watch. No.
I would only be able to do it if they gave me a paper bag to put over my face.
Oh shit! Oh,
your parents wouldn't disown you. They're cool.
I'd be like, why is this video lasting 3 hours? It's like, dude, just put the bag on it so we can get it over with.
Good Lord, man.
Guy in the corner keeps looking at me. Tell him to stop.
Lord.
Oh wait, that's me in the mirror.
Wait, I was saying you have a Death Note poster there. I'm pretty sure you didn't even like the Death Note live action movies. Okay.
Oh hell no.
Okay.
Well,
no,
it's funny. I just went to a batting cage. And like this is the only poster I liked that it was outside of like there's like this theme park kind of thing that has batting cages and mini golf and all this other crap. And I went there with a buddy of mine because he was bringing his kid to do batting cages, and I was like, screw it, I'll go. And outside they have one of those like those rigged like basketball things or like the basketball shootouts, and it's like if you make 5 out of 10 you win the poster, and it's $10. And I was like, all right. And I actually got it on my first try, so I was like, hey, cool, I got this cool little poster for $10. Right on. But yeah, it's kind of cardboard and cheap, but it looks kind of cool. Yeah, you just make the ball in. It's crazy.
Oh, if you aim for the square, the dead center of the square, it'll bounce right in every time.
I used to play a lot of basketball when I was
Me
younger.
too. I grew
I'm
up in the
surprisingly good at it.
You
in
grew up in the
same,
hood?
same. In
Crazy.
the 80s, you were taught backboard for every shot. So I always go for the backboard.
God, you guys are old.
Yeah, I went to like basketball camps and shit. It was a whole thing when I was younger. Dude,
Yeah, me too.
I even got like a friend of mine, like because I played baseball and basketball. A friend of mine is like a really big baseball player right now. It's Juan Carlos Stanton. It's like that guy was my neighbor. I grew up with that guy, so I played all sorts of sports.
Yeah. So we can relate. I don't. Most of these guys that ever played sports, I played just about everything.
I literally was a what the fuck? He was attacking us. I played tennis, which is kind of gay.
I meant most in like our whole entire group of people. We
meet me on the ice.
Are you calling us? He's straight up generalizing us as fat.
I have never fallen. No, I have never said that. I never said those words. I try to talk sports, but no one wants to talk sports.
I mean, MSK looks like he's really good at like table tennis. You know,
we tried to talk basketball. Me and this son of a bitch. He just ditched me. He ditched me.
The only sport that I really played in high school was lacrosse.
Oh.
You know,
I would have put you down for more like the 12-ounce curl champion, but you know.
hey, you know what? I lived in the north. That was not out of the realm of possibilities.
Good night, Tank. Have a good day, man. Hope you have a great night. Don't think about me too much when you're with the wife.
Man, I haven't seen Tank in a while, dude.
Forever. Tank last week. No, he was here in the last comic show. Yeah, he was here last week on the last comic show I did. I remember. Yeah.
But he was also on this video last Monday or this stream.
You're right.
Yeah. I've never seen him. Was I here?
Were you?
I think so.
You were.
I don't remember anything.
Okay. I don't remember Tank being here last week, man. I haven't seen him in months. I know that.
What did you want to say, Arthur?
I don't remember.
I hate you people.
I think I was going to say that if you ever feel bad about your first video or older videos, go back and watch Ryan Kinnell's and Geeks and Gamers' first video.
No.
I'm like, I just got done my first video. This is shit. I did really bad. The editing's choppy. I sound like an idiot. I'm doing weird things with my hands. I go and watch the first Geeks and Gamers video. It's him sitting on his couch, recording on his phone in his living room. No microphone, just using the phone's microphone. He's completely whitewashed because I guess he's in front of a window or something. Immediate ego.
That's why when I know, even when I look at my stuff, I'm like, it's not doing too bad then, you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at the watch video as I'm editing it, and I'm going, I'm fine with, and we can still do the introducing a person to a movie they've not seen before, but I kind of am looking towards more going Mystery Science Theater 3000 mode.
Yeah.
In the sense of doing the video, because I'm noticing it's like, while this is it's good to do this to introduce someone, because as we learned, Arza would never have watched Office Space if we hadn't bullied him into it. So
I was going to get to it.
And that's how we're gonna get him. That's how we're gonna get MSK to watch the Union.
Yeah.
So besides that fact, it's just Mystery Science Theater 3000. I think is a little bit more fun because even on a good movie, we can still Mystery Science Theater 3000 it. Just come in just to make fun of it, even if it's a good movie.
Hi, Toasty. Are you thinking about me like all women do? You know. Come on, we know she is. Toasty, whatever you're thinking about me, just DM it to me in explicit detail, please.
When she's taking a poop.
Oh, no.
MSK, I think the only time that someone's thinking about you in explicit detail, it is how to cleave that right off.
God. I love you, Toasty. Give you what are you talking about?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Toasty's actually angry at you.
This is a boys' club. Girls fucking cramp our style. Just dicks. All dicks.
You see, this is a whites only club. This is a whites only club. I mean, clearly.
yeah, whites only club.
I she's been through enough to become considered.
Yeah. She posted on Twitter that her fingers were hurting. I don't want to insinuate there's something disgusting there, but if you like maybe like slice your fingers or broke them, I hope you're doing good. You know, just don't go to the hospital because that costs a lot of money. Take Tylenol and wrap your fingers up. Or whatever you can do, but I hope you're feeling good.
Why do you go to cut or broken fingers?
No, she said her fingers were hurting.
Well, obviously, she did the exact same thing that Dan Vasek did.
Okay, that's too much. He's
I don't know
mentally-
who
Machete?
you're talking about.
Oh no, he like almost
Dan
blew
Bass
his life.
grabbed a tree branch with his hand and swung a machete on and missed the branch.
That's how you know he's not a guitar player, because he's just not coordinated enough. It's like,
Blue,
dude, it's
what's up, buddy?
how did
Clearly a
you miss
drummer.
the branch, man? Yeah.
Good Lord, man. But man, yeah, YouTube's fun. I enjoy creating content. It's really fun. I think it's even better when you can voice your thoughts about something and just get it off your mind instead of just bottling everything up. I like having the outlet. But as you know, a channel like yours, I started my comic channel this year. I've been in comic books forever, but that's about 5 subs away from hitting 100 subscribers. So yeah, growing YouTube is different compared to now. I used to have a bigger channel back then when I was popular, and I used to get a lot of money from YouTube.
Not
but
racist.
They knocked me down to be on your guys' level now, so it's okay. It's okay. I'll be
Oh,
your
wait.
common man.
So MSK, who has a video with 1 million views on it? Oh, that's right, not you.
Not me yet. Not yet. And it doesn't
Give it a
my
year.
highest,
Give me a year.
my highest video ever was only like 12,000 views. Only that. But it did get a lot of subscribers back then, but doesn't matter now. It's all retcon.
Hey,
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
excited because one of our insert title here shows, The Unplugged, has 24 views.
Woohoo!
Yeah, not bad
go.
for only having 5 videos up on my
I
channel.
know, right?
Did you hover over your stream on your YouTube studio to see how long people were watching?
It shows it. It shows it. You don't have
It
to
shows
hover.
it in the analytics in the
It
in the
shows it
background.
now.
Wait, yeah.
Average
yeah.
watch time or whatever.
Trying
Oh,
to get
not
it.
that much
yeah.
watch time.
So it's
Yeah,
funny.
We're in the
For-
2-minute range. We only
for-
last 2 minutes of people. It's fucking
for-
crazy.
For my
That's a
music, which
record.
is generally about 2 minutes and 12 seconds a song, the average view time is like 40-something seconds.
Good
I'm
God,
doing it pretty
man.
good at 3 minutes on 10 to 20-minute videos.
It's like I've had
Lord,
videos where it's
good.
like 12 to 16 minutes or whatever, and it's like then I'll have videos that are only 7 to 8 minutes, and the view time is always the same. So I'm like, I'm just gonna start doing smaller videos, because obviously no one gives a shit about the last like 40% of your videos half the time, unless you're doing like a ton of editing, like say what like Nerdrotic and them do, where the whole thing is constantly entertaining. There's funny clips.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I don't got editing like that. And plus, he pays people to do a lot of that now, so he doesn't have to
See,
do it all himself anymore. But even when he did, his videos were still really good.
my videos are slightly higher production value than Yellow Flashes, but lower than Hypnotics. But it's that style of video. I just read news articles and give my thoughts.
That's what we all do.
That's kind of
The
what
world
We
is
everyone
all
does.
do that. Nate,
world's
what's
going
up,
to
man?
shit.
But that's all I do.
Hey, I last for 5 minutes. You got to use your tongue first, then you use your fingers, and then you use your other part. And
Why,
then you,
what else are you using? I assume you're talking about eating ice cream here, because that's the only thing you can do in that
yes.
life.
Eating ice cream sandwiches.
That's the only thing you could get anywhere near your mouth.
How do you know that? It's not Tuesday. Oh God. But there is one topic, since he brought up Jeremy. We'll go into that in just a minute here. Not going inside of Jeremy, that's gay. But today something popped off about Rumble, actually, and Jeremy was just
Oh,
going
yeah. I
off on
saw
Rumble.
this. I
Okay,
saw
I'm gonna
this.
bring up. I'll bring up in just a
I
moment
saw
here,
this.
because as you guys know, I've been following this story forever, honestly, to see this point. And
I thought you
you
guys
know,
were
I
cool with
don't
each
make
other.
too many. Yeah, I don't make too many Dr. Disrespect videos anymore, because well, the situation is over. I mean, you already kind of admitted to it, obviously. But we're gonna go over that today. I should have bookmarked this on Twitter. Jeremy was
thought
just popping off today. I was like, okay, man, just oh my goodness, man,
I
it's
thought-
crazy.
I thought the Quartering and Geeks and Gamers were good friends.
I think they're
They
just
are.
yeah,
What I
They're
thought they
sort of.
didn't insinuate that.
Oh well,
They
you
are-
should have seen when Geeks and Gamers went after Nina Infinity, who are also good friends.
Oh, really?
They do not hold punches on each other.
Oh.
yeah.
I thought
I was surprised I
holy
got
shit,
to
man.
meet. She came out to a show, one of Chrissy's shows out here in California or whatever. It was one of the
Oh,
shows. She
that was the
showed
one
up
with the-
randomly, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Yeah, it was the guy who got knocked out. Is that
Yeah,
guy
that
from
one.
the fight?
Yeah.
That's actually a friend of mine.
Oh,
I was right
wait,
there, and
your
I was right
friend
there in
was
that
the-
video.
Your friend was
He was
that
the dude
crackhead
he
black
got-
guy that got
No,
What?
he was the one that
way.
got knocked out. He was the one that got knocked
Your
out.
friend was the one that got knocked out by that crackhead. Oh my
Yeah, he was.
God,
Well, he was
man.
just getting in the way. Like he was like, "Hey, stop!" And that guy just reached across and decked him. And I was like, "Oh shit!" And I ended up chasing him down the block. And then the police showed up, and they were like, "Stop!" And they pulled me back. And then they caught him like a block later. So yeah, that was a whole thing.
Oh my God, man.
But yeah, Nina,
No,
Nina was there.
It would, I'd be more concerned
Anna,
if
that Star
them
Wars girl,
saying,
was there. Yeah.
I'd be more concerned of them saying, stop. We got to let him go so that you want to know what we're a forgiving people.
No, they ended up getting because he was heckling like all night. And like even in the video that they show, it's like you can I'm kind of in the background, but you see me get up and I go out there and I start to confront him too, and then he fucking runs off. Because I'm much bigger than the other guy, so that guy wasn't having it.
That would
He's
probably make a
fucking
difference, I would say.
Yeah.
Here, one sec. I'm gonna go over that in just a moment here. Someone was messaging me, probably my wife, telling me she's gonna get banged out by Tyrone. All right, it's cool. Good Lord. Yeah. Tyrone is probably that guy that was your friend. Good Lord.
Hey, how do I get more views?
Oh God. Hey, dude, there was something.
MSK
that-
changed the battery.
You know what I was gonna do for views? I'm gonna do the most cringe incel virgin videos ever. Oh my God, I just tasted vagina.
Wait, you
Here's
you
my
don't
thought.
already?
Wait, hold up. If
Oh,
you don't
whoa,
have those,
whoa.
you are
Joe-
welcome to sample my videos. I get called that all the time.
I'm doing a video that's like, oh my God, I just had sex the first time. Here's a sex review 2024.
Look it up and I'll give you a
Bad
legitimate
last
one.
names to have if you are a new recruit into the Navy. Swallows.
Oh,
Now add the rank.
okay. I will say this.
Wait.
In Batman Arkham Origins, there was a guy named, his nickname was Loose Lips. Never go to jail if your name is Loose Lips. Just saying. Okay. Come on.
Unless you're a woman, then that's a plus.
All right. Now, I guess orange is the new black. But
Wait, MSK, you want to hear the greatest thing ever? I got more VHS tapes.
all right.
He's
Let's
gonna
talk
have
You
about
an
need to really
aneurysm.
stop raiding your mom's closet, dude. Those are not
He's
the
gonna-
tapes you want to watch.
Literally. Go
He's
to
gonna get an
Walmart.
aneurysm if you keep talking
Go
about
to
tapes,
Walmart.
man.
Okay.
It's
Arza, listen to me. Go to Walmart. Go obviously inside the building. Don't check out the guys. Go to the video game department. There's a bin that has a big sign with $5
but they're more
on there.
expensive.
$5?
No,
There's
no,
like
no.
double
I paid
features on those.
$1.59.
Oh my God, you're poor. Oh my God.
It was 101 Dalmatians and Demolition
What are you-
Man.
What are you, 5?
I have almost all the other Disney ones. I gotta finish out the collection. They're
To see what
almost
they
worth
look like before
something.
Disney did the live action version.
This is the live action version.
Oh,
But
Oh,
that one
God.
was actually good. So it's okay.
All right. So let's go over our only topic tonight. So as you guys know, me, Emerald, and Darnell were here when we did the Dr. Disrespect videos when the situation all broke down. And there were rumors that he was going to be going to stream on another website. Now, this would obviously be a multi-stream because he would still need to keep his viewership up on YouTube. So after he literally admitted to the thing that he was accused of, even though he didn't do the other part we'll talk about later on, right? So he got demonetized on YouTube. He's obviously not going to stream on Twitch. Kick said they're not going to obviously take him. So all he has is Rumble, right? So there's only one thing that I can kind of bat in that guy's favor is that when people call him a pedophile, okay, so he didn't actually touch that person, right? So that would make you that, right?
Well,
Sexually molested.
technically-
I don't know. If
Right?
you knowingly get in a conversation with someone that young like that,
That's
I don't
creepy.
care.
I
Okay,
would
to
say.
be
No,
fair,
no,
to be
no,
fair,
I
the
don't care.
Conversation started on an 18+ website, and it was a few weeks before he found out her age. When he found out, he should have cut it off.
Yeah.
Did he?
Not that
I
I'm
don't think
aware
he
of.
did. Yeah.
Did he
There's
did it?
also an
He
entire
did it?
possibility.
Then he's just
That-
like the ones that touch.
There's
I-
also a possibility that the woman who did it was actually over 18 and was a plant from Twitch to try and get him caught.
I was also going to add to that, which is we still don't know that person's age. So we don't even know. People keep saying it was 18. We don't know. It could be younger.
But we were told
Could be.
17.
Yes, that's true. I will give you that. And the thing is, I think that just makes him really creepy to me personally. He,
Also, in my state, the age of consent is 16.
so like that's the weirdest part is that this guy made this tweet, wrote it out, edited it multiple times, and then eventually just deleted the entire thing. Okay, so for me, that's borderline too creepy for me.
Yeah,
That's me.
I'm a fan
honestly.
of all the evidence. What we got now shows he fits in that category. But if there's more evidence, it needs to come out.
Yes. And that's the thing is if people don't think that's bad enough for them to stop supporting him, I can't tell you what to do. I'm just telling you my own personal opinion because he had a video that he had later on that went like this. That response video he did, which is basically just a bunch of bullshit. First of all, if you're innocent, you do not ever just write out that information confirming what people said. He had literally said this thing and the line went like this. Did some conversations lean inappropriate? Yes, they did. It's literally for almost verbatim what he had said in that tweet, right? Okay, so people were pointing this out in many disingenuous directions. Okay, so if let's say I was around Darnell's kids, right, and I came over to visit, and I like yelled at them inappropriately, or I cussed at them, that would be deemed like, okay, man, that's inappropriate. Don't cuss around them. But that's not this situation, though. People are acting like it was a family member coming over to someone's house and saying like they cussed randomly at one of the kids. No, that's not what this was. This was a private conversation between someone else and him. This is not what that is. So people are trying to reroute and rewrite the situation. No, it's nothing like you're thinking. It's all disingenuous bullshit. This is not like, hey, I accidentally yelled at a kid randomly in a supermarket and I raised my voice a little bit too much and maybe like cussed at the baby because it was crying too hard. It's not that, okay? This is a private conversation where these messages apparently got leaked somewhere on Twitch and you get a whole lawsuit. Now, yes, he didn't send explicit messages, so like that whole pedophile stuff in court, he didn't do anything legally, right? Now, morally, are you creepy and you're a piece of shit? Probably, right? You know, I wouldn't disagree with that, honestly. He did. So what is inappropriate, though? Because this isn't like me yelling at some kid inappropriately. Why would it lean inappropriate with the person that's allegedly a minor? Come on, he edited minor out of the tweet consistently.
Didn't the text actually come out that showed what they were talking about?
No. And the person that started it from was Slasher, which is not exactly the most reliable person, I would say. Okay. So today, this happened, and this kind of set things off. So here's what I'll say, because I know a lot of the Rumble guys and some of the chat, and I've had them on the show. They're awesome guys. I mean, the Rumble community and the Rippaverse community and like the G&G and the FND, there might be some of the best people I've ever met in my entire life. Like really just welcoming people, honestly. If you're, you know, a true honest person and you just say how you feel. Agreeing and disagreeing is a lot easy here than a lot of places on the internet. I will say this right now for any person that likes Rumble. I know people right now that are diehard Rumble fans dedicated to the platform. I even named them, like Mrs. Ma'am. There's Fuse Aegis, Airconda TV. There are plenty of people out there that I think personally, I'm not saying they deserve, I am saying they deserve this. I'm not saying they're owed this because no one's owed anything. You have to work for it, right? There's plenty of people right now they could offer this money to that they're giving him and give it to someone else that's much more dedicated to the platform that was there day one supporting it. Why don't they get that kind of money? I know for sure Fuse Aegis, Darmuth, Airconda, Vapin Gamers, who we had on like Wednesday, actually. I know plenty of people that would easily benefit from this more because they've been diehard Rumble like just from the beginning, honestly. So we're just offering this guy something because this is kind of like his last route to be here, you know? Like, what are we doing? Like, what does that say to the people that have been diehard Rumble supporters since like day one or like a year after or whatever, you know?
Yeah, it's not a great look. It's not a great look in general for like through Rumble because they should. I mean, when it first came out, I remember them seeming like they'd be like, "Hey, we're going to support all the creators," and I guess there is more incentives there if you can actually build a following there. Like you get more money when you get their version of super chats and whatever it is, whatever it's called, a Rumble or some shit. I don't even remember, but you get more money over there. There's more incentives to build over there for even like smaller creators. Yeah. But for them to not sit there and look at, you know, people like Geeks and Gamers or, you know, I know they have a thing with Nerdrotic now. Nerdrotic finally is like a part of that. He does like an hour thing for FNT.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Great, you know but they need more of that. There's other bigger communities or decent sized things in that same space that should probably be getting offers like that before somebody like this, because their controversies are like more made up bullshit that people just want to project onto them. Like these guys are racist pieces of shit, and it's like, well, look at their meetups. It's like, dude, there's people from all sorts of walks of life there all the time. It's not just like a white clan fest or whatever. It's
You know,
never
I know
like that.
I don't know what.
Creative.
Hey, I don't know what meetup you were going to. No, I'm joking.
Good lord, clan
Maybe
meet, that
that's-
sounds
Did I go
fun.
to the wrong one?
No, maybe
Oh,
MSK
God.
wasn't there. No, okay.
Like, hey, wherever you fall on the moral aspect of that, if someone didn't do anything like physically to someone but said something, that's up for you to decide. That's up to your own personal interpretation of what he did. That's what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about specifically is I know there are much dedicated people on the platform right now that could easily not only benefit from the money, life-changing, and would ultimately enjoy the boost that the company would give them. And keep in mind, Twitches did this with a lot of their people. Rumble did this with other people. Kai Cenat did it with iShowSpeed. They did it with Miskiff. They did it with Sneeko. They did it with Rice Gum. Plenty of people.
Hey,
come
I
on the
know who
platform,
Rumble
big-
should ask to join next. I know exactly who they should ask. He's a diverse creator. You know, he's not guilty of any of his controversies. He gets a lot of views. They should go and get Johnny Somali.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
He'd be-
Oh.
he'd
Oh,
just
he's
be-
leaving that guy.
he's leaving
He's
Korea,
the beacon
man.
of hope. He's the beacon of hope
Yeah,
that Rumble
yeah.
needs right now.
I don't think that dude's ever gonna leave Korea.
I hope not.
God.
Well,
Like,
they're the more and more they investigate, the more and more that the South Korean police have been looking into it, the more and more, because he videotapes everything he does, records everything he does, which is just more and more evidence that they can just sit there and keep tacking on more charge.
yeah. It's one of these things where I get it. He is somewhat really popular. He has a big following. But are you going to tell me he is what's crazy is Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed have a bigger following than this guy. That's just factual. Okay, they're not there on the platform anymore. They don't do they don't do the whole iShowSpeed and Kai Cenat show. Okay, we've seen this happen with Twitch constantly. This is the reason why Twitch is probably broke. They gave a bunch of people exclusive contracts, and when in reality that none of that really does anything. You know, I'm pretty sure Mixer was very happy with that when they signed Ninja and that other guy that they did. You know, Facebook Gaming. Remember when they were giving out huge deals to people? Like, this never really amounts to anything.
Yeah, their point for that is to, if we sign in and make an announcement, this dude will be here exclusively. People will come to watch him here, and that just doesn't translate like it does in like sports. And
that's why they started having to make deals where it's like you don't exactly exclusively stream there. They'll do a stream like, oh yeah, we'll start on YouTube and then we'll do an hour over here at the end of it or whatever, because they know that that's not going to work. Like if you streamed both of them at the same time, you would end up with a couple people on, like, say even like Nerdrotic would have, you know, his regular 10,000, 15,000 people ish for FNT. He would have like 200 to 500 people that are probably just dropping whatever the hell they want in that chat, and it's a bunch of stuff that they can't actually mention. But now by doing that, it's going to be able to associate it with the YouTube stuff, and then they can cross it over, blah, blah, blah. It's just a giant pain in the ass for a lot of these people.
Yeah.
So
Well, the other
it doesn't
issue
make
is-
sense.
I guess
I
they
don't know if
signed
you've
Chris
watched
Tyson
FNT
now. Don't do that.
At least get his ass on here. But I don't know if you guys have bothered to watch any of the Friday Night Tights on Rumble after the fact. It's miserable. I last time I watched Friday Night Tights on Rumble without Brave or an ad block, every 5 minutes was 2 ads. It was, I literally had to switch to Brave on my iPad so I could actually watch it, because it was nonstop sort of ads. There's too much.
The new ad system they have, and I understand why they have it, because they tried to go out and get advertisers, like they tried to get Dunkin' Donuts and that one alcohol brewery place in LA, and they said, oh, this platform has to change. It's too right-wing focused. So they did the Rumble Premium so people could just pay directly. So they must have a lot of backing, we know, and they definitely must have a lot of Rumble Premium Plus members to be signing someone like this. You know, when in reality, I'm not saying you can't do this. It's just kind of controversial. You could use that same money to improve their website. I've been on there. I've used Rumble. I have a Rumble channel. I put content out there even exclusively for a year almost, you know? Their platform needs a lot of work. So all this money going to this guy better recoup something back to fix their website. Ours is right. You know, it's glitchy sometimes. The ads, they don't even give you like a small window to watch. If you literally click forward in the video just a little bit, you get 2 ads. You click like even a 2 more seconds, another ad, you know? And then obviously in the comments of people were going crazy. Only had 90 views. Crazy. Jeremy, good old sexy hot Jeremy dated a black girl, so he's my in brother. I'm just kidding, guys.
Dude, MSK, are you so whitewashed? You don't use dark mode? What's going on here?
I know.
He's a heathen. He's a heathen.
You know, I need to go back through. I saw a Rags video where he said you got to keep it consistently bright, either bright or dark. Don't change because you're gonna blind out the corneas of the people who are watching you.
Jeremy said Doc didn't care about Rumble until every other platform abandoned him. Now Rumble rolls out big bucks for him, and he'll pretend to care about a place he wasn't even on until he got paid. Lol. Quartering. Alternatively, you could be happy. Keep in mind. I like this brother fucking both named Jeremy. God damn, people have the same names too much.
What was his point there?
That Jeremy 1 should be happy that they just signed him, which in reality,
why? But wait, why?
Yeah.
It's because there's another big name under Rumble that'll help promote Rumble more, which technically would give more people access to it in theory.
True.
But if it's a controversial guy like this, it's probably not the best idea.
There's that. Then there's the fact that, like we just said, that all giving big contracts is just a huge failure in this entertainment arena. Didn't Quartering denounce Doc for the shit he did?
No.
Like, why is he?
He had to tweet that people brought up the whole firm handshake thing, but he deleted it after.
What firm handshake thing?
No, once he put out that 3-paragraph essay about the thing we were talking about, did it lean inappropriate? He had a comment on there that said firm handshakes, and then he deleted it. Oh, Jeremy, what are you doing, man? Oh, Lord. Not this Jeremy, the other one.
Also, I just want to point out that I can't believe Jeremy Prime would talk back against his boss like that.
Too many people.
I was after Speaking to Survive without Quartering from Jeremy, dude, or Jeremy from Quartering. Just how are they going to keep on? Jeez,
I'm not paid by Rumble to be happy like you and Doc. It's a shitty platform that needs a lot of work. This I agree with. I won't say it's shitty per se. I've seen worse, but it definitely needs a lot of work. Only people that aren't paid by them will say this, which is true. There are people out there that will, literally just suck off Rumble for anything to do. Rumble announces there's a new page. Oh my God, Rumble taking over. It's what? Look, you stop being a fucking suck ass or kiss ass, whatever they are. Like everything they do, you just suck off. Like, no, it needs a lot more work than just basic stuff. They should invest their money into making a better platform. I agree with that. Instead of paying a dude that admitted to talking to underage girls inappropriately. This is true. It's not a lie. People asked where the evidence was. So that court case was about if
he presented it himself.
Yeah, like people forget the court case itself was about, did he inappropriately try to meet up with this person or touch, or did you send like news to this underage person? But he himself said they talked inappropriately. That he himself admitted to. So, like, legally, obviously, he didn't do anything, technically, right? But that's where I said the whole moral side of it. That's kind of just up to you how you decide that stuff. I'm not saying you can't agree with him or you have to hate him. I'm just saying you fall on whatever side of the fence you want to be on, And obviously, the comments here were just going to, Dick Master, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah. What do you guys think? I've seen this. It's not even just with him. I've seen this happen with plenty of platforms. I've seen Twitch do it, Mixer do it. Mixer's not even around anymore. People probably even forgot where the fuck. Like, who the fuck
was that other one? Like Parlor did that or something, and that one got like bought out or something, or that got like government shut down. Like there was all sorts of controversy. Like anytime anything tries to compete with YouTube, it kind of gets shot down. And I know like what's the one with Kick right now, because they're backed by like casino money and shit, or like gambling money. So that's a big deal for a lot of people, but it's like that one gives you like 95% of your super chats or something.
95.5. Yeah. Twitch is 70-30. YouTube takes 30%.
I think it's 30%. Yeah.
Yeah. Good Lord, man. Like, does this help Rumble? Probably not. Like, if we're looking at, people gotta keep this in mind. Yes, this is his last shot at redemption. I don't know how you can redeem yourself from what he did, technically, I guess, in people's minds. Does this help benefit their platform? Yeah, people are going to go over here and watch him. He has a huge audience, which he did build, which is through hard work, so I respect that. But after he's not streaming, guys, where do you think those people are going? I mean, he could obviously raid somebody, but like if he's not streaming, they're not there. That's the problem with Rumble, is that they need to build up the people that are there with audiences already and build those people up. That's what they also need to do. Because, after the contract's over and he maybe gets monetized on YouTube again, I mean, Well, if they even actually significantly boost the platform, then the fuck does it even mean at this point? You know? So, what do you think, Darnell? Think this works out for Rumble?
No. 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 It's gonna go nowhere.
Good Lord.
It's gonna go nowhere.
Arza, what do you think, man?
You should just sign me. I can play games and be kind of grumpy.
I hate
You know?
this, man.
You know, I can do it. Or just promote like current videos. I only get like 4 views on Rumble. It's depressing. just sign me. I could do amazing. I could do great work for you guys.
That's the thing.
Which is, they should not be grabbing pedophiles and people who are expensive. If they were smart, they would grab mid-level streamers where they can pay them $1,000 a month to stream on their platform, and don't even make it exclusive. Make it like a 2-day exclusivity rule, like Twitch has.
They have a
Just
small
pay
creator
someone
program
small.
coming again.
Because that's the thing. If you hire the biggest guys who are already prone to controversy, all you're going to do is you're going to blow all your money on one guy when you could get, I don't know, 30 guys for the same price. And
30
then you're gonna,
guys.
if you can take that many. And then you're going to end up.
I don't want to go to that burger
chasing them
shop,
away.
man. I'm never going to go there.
Quentin, that is true. I know the first Jeremy, not the quartering Jeremy. Yeah, that is true. But I will give them credit though. They recently made a gaming on Rumble Twitter account where they have been highlighting more people just now. So that is getting better. And to be fair, I have to be fair, as I always am. I always call out things as I see them. Certain smaller streamers, even if you boosted them, it doesn't matter, because first of all, the content absolutely sucks and they're just horrible entertainers, honestly. So I'm not saying promote everybody. Not everyone deserves it because they haven't earned it and their content's not good enough for it. But at least highlight the people that have been dedicated to Rumble that are producing good quality content. You know, what about those guys? I know plenty of them. They're doing fine. They have a lot of followers. Plenty of people. You can see you do one-on-ones with them. They're really awesome people. You know, and
if they were smart, they would go to the people on Twitch who are dealing with the adpocalypse and the hot tub meta. Go over there, grab the actual dedicated gamers on Twitch, and be like, hey, how much is Twitch paying you? We will match it, or do even more. If you switch from Twitch to here, we'll give you a month to move your platform over, and we will pay you for that month. That way they can constantly advertise, hey, I'm moving to Rumble at the end of the month. Everybody make sure you move over there. And that way you actually have a way to migrate people over, and that way you're not spending a reasonable amount of monies, but you're getting someone who has built an audience. That would make a lot more sense than grabbing one guy for did it say how much they signed him for?
No, I don't know how much they did.
So
I've never heard the numbers on Rumble contracts. The last one I remember hearing anything about, and he didn't mention the number, which was Rakeda before all that shit blew up about him, because that guy got tanked, man. After all
that's
that blew
also
up.
true too. From Blue White Scorpio. Plus, if you get guys that are already building up a Rumble audience because of a lot of people that aren't going, because a lot of people aren't going to jump from YouTube. Yeah, that's true too. The conversion rate of people between both platforms is going to be a problem, but he's going to multi-stream anyway, so that's not going to be a problem. But no, I see your point. And plus, Rumble is superior for users. They'll just find another streamer. Yeah.
And that's exactly also why I'm saying that they should realistically go grab someone on Twitch who has a medium-sized audience and give them a month to transition over. Because that way he's actually encouraging his dedicated fans to go watch him on Rumble. Sure, his videos will be back on Twitch eventually, but it makes more sense to go watch him Rumble. And then you do that with 30, 40, 50 streamers instead of paying one guy the cost to pay all of them.
Good Lord. I mean, people have asked for an alternative platform like Rumble, and people got to keep this in mind. YouTube wasn't perfect overnight. It does take some time, you know, but these decisions are like, why not just invest that money into like infrastructure and people that are already championing your platform? You know, hey, I'm sorry, I'll have 1 million followers. I'm sorry, my bad. You know, fucking got to start from somewhere. Am I right? All you clout chasing fucks.
All I'm looking for is that monetization, baby. Get me in.
Oh,
I will go say the lefty shit if I have to get monetized.
Don't worry, guys.
No,
the
no, I'm
country's not. We're not going to be at war. Don't worry. Everything's going to be okay. Trump will save us all.
Not if it happens before he gets into office.
Yeah. Good Lord. Yeah, that's what these. Thank you, Quentin. That's what these guys are. Thank you for calling me out.
I think he was air quoting you.
Wrong.
Wrong. Oh gosh. You know. And you know, I get there's going to be entitlement on this kind of stuff, but good Lord, Rumble, good Lord. I don't know that the main guy champions for free speech a lot. You can say whatever you want on Rumble. We've had some Iron Man podcast episodes that were shit you would never be able to do on here. But not being seen on YouTube is a problem, right? Because YouTube just has the average person. Like Rumble needs like more of the evergreen content, but it's basically politics and then gaming.
But look, I've gone and watched when you started streaming on Rumble and you weren't here because you had just gotten banned. Dude, I hated it. Like, it's not user friendly at all.
I know.
I hated it. I fucking hated it.
And especially on a phone. Yeah. If you try to do it on a phone, it's even worse.
Yeah,
I tried.
Like, the interface and everything is awful.
I had the Rumble app and I looked up my channel and on here to see how the content would play. It is janky. Like it's basically it's standard, it's passable, but it could be way better, you know? Oh my god, yeah. And I told people the reason why I had to restart was because hey, all that content's over there. In the Iron Man podcast, we would essentially have to kind of restart from the beginning because most people only had the later half of it on here. So good lord, if this is a censored MSK, I wonder what all
not
the
much,
episodes
not
are
much
there.
different. Not much different.
Episodes 1 through 499 on Rumble, and well, the last 108 are on here, but it's all the same shit anyway. So yeah, good lord, Rumble, just fix your freaking mobile app. It's glitchy as hell, and the ads thing. Literally, I promise you guys, go on Rumble right now. Fast forward. I was watching an Andrew Tate one. And it was fast forward. It's like just a minute. I got 3 ads. I just fast forwarded a minute. It's crazy, you know. And if you buy Rumble Premium, it doesn't even give you better like push in the algorithm. Actually, you know.
I think Twitter has a better chance of actually competing with YouTube than Rumble ever will.
What are you saying? Way worse. He said, "Wait, I'm censored." What are you talking about?
This is not much different than what you are uncensored. We were able to rein you in a little bit.
I'm literally.
Did you know that your StreamYards isn't hooked up to your Rumble chat?
Oh, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how Iron does it. It might be with the static key, but I did that before. It doesn't. I've tried, and to be fair, I'll be honest here. Okay, so I will give Rumble some credit when it comes to my stuff. So like, there's some episodes here on the show that don't do as well. Specifically, I like the indie ones. Sometimes, if you put indie in the title, average people that I guess follow me wouldn't be interested. Even though we don't even talk about specifically indie comic books, we talk about everything. Honestly, those shows get like I'm fine with the like 20, 25 views, which is fine, or like 15. On Rumble, they do way better. So, like, some of my content does way better over on Rumble than it does on here, But then again, that's because I have a different audience over there and I have a different one over here. But there's not that many people that watch live over there for me. Like, over here, we'll have way more. And it just depends. Like, some days I have, like, 4, 5, 6. Some nights I'll have, like, 10. On Rumble last night, we had 10 because we have Aaron Sparrow on last night. So, good lord. What a fucking platform Rumble is. But
I know
I'm
Aaron.
glad
He's a good dude.
What happened?
Sorry. I was like, I know Aaron. He's a good dude. Yeah. I've met him a few times in person with the MVP out there too. Yeah, Max.
Yeah, had Aaron on last night. We had a great conversation.
They go to a lot of the film threat previews, or like the film threat thing they do once a year, where they do like their award show, award this or whatever. You should look into that, man. It's probably about halfway between where I'm at versus where you're at, actually, because it's for where I'm at. It's about an hour and a half away, and if you're in city and industry, it's probably maybe an hour away from where you're at. It's probably more like a triangle or whatever.
There any
you should look into
babes that. There,
dude. There's all sorts of people, and they're all from like indie movies and stuff like that. And I mean, once you're in there, it's like free drinks, basically.
Oh yeah.
So that alone is worth $15 or whatever.
Scorpio says YouTube is actually good for discoverability though. On my page, I'll get small channel suggestions related to things I've searched for. I mean, regular folk like us, small channels. Yeah, that's another thing that YouTube does very well. Is like, that's how I kind of discovered some of you guys here, was because I was watching something from a bigger person, and then on the suggested feed on the sidebar, you were there, and I was like, oh, okay, I could probably go see what this person's about. YouTube's very good at that. Rumble needs to do a better job at that too. On their sidebars, have a mixture of the smaller and the bigger people. I'm not saying every smaller person deserves it or should, but just have it be a mixture of like, if that's content you're already watching, drive it to somebody different. You know, Rumble now just has like the autoplay button. I know they implemented that earlier this year. It's like, yeah, so if you watch content on Rumble and you were to fall asleep to it, like I do, that shit would stop. My computer would just turn off. I need my content going. So yeah, that's pretty much the only big news that happened today, honestly. I mean, is there anything else you guys think Rumble should improve on? Besides the mobile app, which needs definitely a lot of work.
Just the mobile app's the only one that I have problems with, because usually, like, you know, say I'm out working and whatever, like, because I have YouTube Premium, I can just kind of let it play and just, I have no problems with it. I could just, you know, leave my phone charging somewhere, just have my headphones, throw on like whatever I'm doing, if I'm cutting wood, whatever the hell I'm doing, and it's not a big deal. I can let it play, and I don't got to worry about ads. It's not a big bother. And if I want to go in and I want to comment on something, it's really easy to do. There's times where it's like, I feel I've logged into Rumble chat to be like, re-log in, like almost every goddamn time I open that app, and I'm like, okay, I'm done with, I'm not even going to comment on here, so I'm not going to use your app. And I think originally it was like, if you went to close it, it would still leave a little window open sometimes, and it's like, I don't want that there. I want to be able to close it like I can with YouTube, and it just in the background. And I don't know if they fixed that, because I literally just stopped using it, because I was like, hey, if you're going to Rumble for your last hour of your show, cool. I'm not doing that.
Good God, man. Well, alternative platforms, I'm here for them. But, you know, if Rumble ever does get much bigger and they improve on the mobile app and they improve more on the user interface on their website, if you did build up your Rumble channel from when they were obviously a lot more, let's say, more infamous and smaller, when it does end up hitting it big, you'll have already built the audience up there. You're not starting from scratch. I'll just say people right now, just, you know, have a Rumble account, upload your content there, all from scratch. Make sure all your videos are backed up just in case anything happens, you know, and just build up an audience there simultaneously. It's not going to kill you uploading another video, the same video up to a different platform. That's not bad, actually.
Am I wrong? I could have.
Yes.
I think, if I remember correctly, there was an attempt to get a deal between X and Rumble.
I think
that
Elon
fell
had
through.
said that.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then after that, Rumble tried to get integrated with Locals. That's on there, right?
Well, no, because Locals bought, either Rumble bought or Locals bought Rumble. It was one or the other.
But no, I think they should stay separate though, because I think both of them are trying to achieve different things, but in the same type of vein. X, people say you can upload videos to X. I don't think that, I mean, what would that do? Those probably just go to die.
What I've heard, X is a horrendous search algorithm. You can't find videos on it.
Rumble, X. Speaking of how bad things on X, I like X, Twitter, whatever. The live streaming experience there is absolutely terrible. The only thing it's good for is just alerting people and getting people to watch you. Like, because I have a lot of people that usually watch me when I do these kind of things, right? The alerts are good, and getting people to watch is easy. But the actual live chat is terrible. It's wonky. Looks like it was made in like 2005 or some shit, you know? So, also on Rumble, the dashboard doesn't ever update consistently. My fucking money that I earn there will just stay stagnant for months. And I know I get a lot of views on there. So, you know, Rumble, fix your friggin' website. Holy shit, man. And then offer me an exclusive contract. And then I'll stream there, you know? Because you want me exclusively for free speech. Just kidding. All right.
Did we talk about the thing Emerald mentioned?
Did we? You talked about something?
In the private chat?
What the hell?
Yeah.
The whole the war thing. Oh, yeah, sure. You guys know if you want to. Go ahead.
Okay, so what it looks like is occurring is that the Biden administration is proposing to transfer nuclear weapons to Ukraine. Now, the thing about this is that the breakup of the USSR, Ukraine was under there was a deal that was made with the West and Russia that there would never be nuclear arms in Ukraine. Ukraine was forced to give up anything that was there. It was Russian. They had to give it back to Russia. And there was an agreement that there would be no nuclear weapons in Russia, in Ukraine. This putting them right on the doorstep is like putting Russia in the same position we were with back during the Cuban Missile Crisis. They are now potentially putting nuclear arms, weapons right at the doorstep of Russia. So yeah, they want World War III before Trump gets into office.
These
they want it so they
conversations-
can blame him for it, is what they're trying to do. That's about it. Because I mean, what happened after the first 24 hours? There was like, Hamas and all that were already being like, oh, we're down to talk peace now, and like even they had a call with Zelensky and stuff. It's like, hey, whatever, however that went, whatever.
Putin said he was ready to come to the table. China sent out a cable saying, hey, we're looking to live in peace and prosperity with the U.S., not get into conflict. I mean, all these countries. And then that's how much the Democrats like the American people. It was like, oh, before we go, here's one last fuck you,
nuclear war. Yeah.
There you go.
If we can't have this country, no one
We're for the people. Here's a nuke.
No.
See, I'm in the demographic for drafting, and I'm certain they will find that my Second Amendment trumps their draft.
I'm 35. I'm right on the.
It's one thing I disagree with.
Oh, apparently it's been dropped to 26
now.
now.
Oh, is it?
Supposedly.
Shit.
I can understand that setting up. At the same time, if we're dragged into a war, we've got to defend ourselves because it's going to come to our doorstep this time.
Yeah.
It's going to come. It's going to come to our doorstep.
Well, you guys got any more positive news? Instead of death?
There's more reports that the moon is getting further away from the Earth. But that's been happening every single rotation around the Earth. It gets further away from us.
Okay.
The positive stories, right? we're looking for positive stories.
The
magnetic poles are shifting, which could really wreak havoc on civilization.
There is an ocean opening up in the middle of Africa.
You want positive stories? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you want a positive story? I found my copy of the greatest Legend of Zelda game ever made.
Link to the Past?
No.
The first one?
Nope. The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks for the Nintendo DS. I found my copy.
Boo this man.
I'm very happy because I thought I'd lost it. Where is it?
I don't think I've ever heard that in a Legend of Zelda context ever. Like nobody's ever mentioned that one. Actually, I don't think I even knew that existed.
Okay. In this one, right? In this one, you play as Link, who is the that didn't do anything. Great. You're playing as Link, who is an aspiring train locomotive engineer, and you take a train up to Hyrule to get your certificate, and then some short guy with a big hat steals Zelda's soul, and then you have to escort.
Are you describing Monopoly right now? What is happening?
Definitely. On a train, you have to escort Zelda, who can possess tower guardians, and get her back to her body before she dies.
I've never heard of it.
It's a great game. Definitely.
I'll take your word for it. Right.
Link to the Past is the only good Zelda.
That's in here somewhere, I think. Wait, is it in here?
No, it's not the only good one. It's my favorite.
There is one game I really wish they would put back on. They would put on the Switch to be able to play again. I loved it growing up. I don't have it anymore, and I can't find it anywhere. Well, except for the ROM. Is Dragon Warrior, the first Dragon Warrior.
Ooh, that's a hard one to find.
Or Legend of Lugaia from back in the day. That game was awesome.
Oh, speaking of news, as far as big companies, I don't know if you guys care about this stuff, but I know you do because I said you were allowed to care. I'm kidding. God damn it, guys. Can I joke with you? Fucking hell.
No.
So, there are rumors circulating that some companies were advised to ditch DEI, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like we might have some other companies that are doing that, actually.
Is Jaguar on the docket?
Jaguar's not.
Definitely not. That's firm on that. Woke woes. Walmart joins Ford. John Deere. Holy crap! Why is that?
Okay, it's okay. Don't worry. This man doesn't know what the word computer is.
I don't. Good lord!
It's a man who's never cut his own grass ever.
Never. I don't even own grass. I'm a parking lot. I have no grass. You crazy.
A lot of people don't own yards.
Toyota and other major companies in ditching controversial DEI narratives. MEI is the new DEI: merit, excellence, intelligence.
So the question is, are they ditching DEI to embrace bridge, or is DEI actually going away?
No. DEI is going away in the sense of the term, and what they're showing out in the public, they're going to put it more internally and hidden from the public.
Well, do you know
because
what bridge is,
you have
Emerald?
DEI right out there for everyone to see is toxic, but doesn't mean they're going to give up this agenda. They're
you
not.
know what bridge is, right, Emerald?
Bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps get you from one point to another, usually over a river or a crevice of some kind of
most of them in my life I've burned, but yes.
See, a bridge is the next step in DEI. It actually has DEI built into it. Basically, the idea is you get rid of the DEI department, and then you build every department around DEI. So it's literally baked into every single aspect of the corporate ladder. So they'll get rid of the DEI department. They'll get rid of all mention of DEI. They won't talk about it, but it is the foundation of every single building block in the company. So they cannot be separated from DEI ever again.
Yep.
I'm more convinced they brought all this DEI crap just to justify all these stupid ass diplomas that they've been passing out. It's like all these gender studies, all this crazy stupid degrees. It's a huge part of it, I think, because none of these jobs, for one, need to exist at all. But also now all these colleges started offering these dumbass courses that are basically useless. It makes you useless in every other aspect of any other job ever. And you're just like, we always say indoctrinated, but you kind of are. If you just got rid of that, your company wouldn't change. Nothing wouldn't make a difference. It's just a waste of money.
With my qualifications, I should have no problems getting a job in the private sector in security. I don't mean like security guard. I mean like certain types of security. But because I don't have a degree, I cannot even get an interview or even get my application past the turning it in process because I don't have a degree.
Maybe you should try adding pronouns to your resume. That might help.
Yeah,
dude. I remember I was just like, it was like 8 months ago. I was just looking around for different jobs, and one of them, a friend of mine, they work at like just waste management, and I was like, screw it, I'll see what jobs they have there. I was like, hey, just bring me a resume, whatever. And it literally brought me like a stack of papers. So it's like the first one is like just the regular resume. It has like, front and back and maybe one extra page to sign on. And then it was like a stack of all this DEI crap where it's like, oh, if you're black, trans, you're lesbian or whatever, you have all these other programs. And I was like, okay, so the incentive to work here is if you're one of these demographics, which obviously I'm not.
Yep.
So I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing. And that was the most egregious one. Other places had stuff kind of similar, but that was the craziest one. It was literally like a stack of papers, and your little resume at the top, but then everything else is like, hey, if you're a part of any of this other stuff, you're basically like, come on in. We want more of you here. And it's like, well, I guess I shouldn't work here then. Screw you guys, whatever. It was crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, because the thing with DEI that a lot of people don't understand is it comes from this idea that there's racist employers that wouldn't hire you otherwise, based off your skin color. But most people don't even like nepotism when it comes to that kind of thing. Like if a guy hires his daughter over somebody else, people call that all the time. They're like, I don't like that shit. Yeah, because that's just pure nepotism. But if people realize that no one even likes that, why would they make an entire initiative of that? No, we have to hire them because no one else would have. So you just hire an untalented hack with no experience at all, so to ruin your I just don't get it. Like that is just basically token hiring. Is that a phrase or something? You're like essentially hiring someone just based off like their skin color or sexual preference when it's like you don't value anything out of them other than that. You don't value what they actually bring to the table. And then if anybody calls you out on it, they're a bigot. It's like, well, time to start getting closer to that bridge. Jumping off it doesn't seem too crazy now, right? Like, holy shit, like that. This shouldn't even need to be like explained to people. This is basic logic, But hey, what do I know? I'm just a good-looking, rich, successful black guy. What do I know?
Ours is being mean to Darnell in the chat.
I always have the stream put up on another tab and I have it paused, and I have the best pause frame possible.
How are you being mean to me? I don't see anything.
Check the rogue chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm sharing it.
Here, I'll share the others. I'll share the full screen because I looked like an idiot in it too.
I look awesome there.
Give me one sec. I'm trying to get. Oh, sorry. Wow, perfect face for a thumbnail.
Dude, I hate that my camera has to be the lowest resolution. Any higher, it wipes me out.
Give me a
And
moment.
that's a stream.
And you're just trying to follow Coca-Cola's policy of be less white. We understand.
Yeah,
Admirable.
much.
If only MSK would take that lesson.
I can't do it.
he's more
Good
white
Lord.
than I am.
I'll probably
But
go
you know,
over
in
this.
regards-
Go ahead.
In regards to
Rapper?
the check boxes, like as you guys know, I'm bisexual. I'm neurodivergent. God, I fucking hate that term. Every
Me
time I
too.
hear it, I want to bubble myself. Can't stand it. But I do always mark it, and I think that I've actually seen benefits of it. And the best part is when someone knows that, and then they try to talk to me, thinking that I will affirm whatever they have to say. Because
Yeah,
these people, I'm sure you guys have seen what happens when a liberal hears about a black guy they don't agree with, and the kind of language they use. Just look at Eric July's comment section. But the sheer mental crash these people experience whenever they talk to someone like me who doesn't fit their perfect token, it's perfect.
yeah. They get mad because you're not like in line and you don't have your marching orders.
Yeah, I think when certain people, especially go out to some of these events like the fan meetups and everything, you start realizing that yeah, there's a lot of people from all different walks of life. Like how you were just saying that you're bi or this whatever. It doesn't matter. Like there's people that fit those demographics that are huge fans of all these people. So it kind of blows that narrative right out the window.
Yeah.
Real easy.
But they don't hear that. When you say to them that there's potentially gay people or bi that like them, they're like, no, they're just self-hating gays. And it's like, what are you even trying to do at this point? Why are we even having this conversation? You just
Dude,
a fucking loser.
the LA, I remember even at the LA Comic Con, there was there was clearly a couple trans people in the audience for like the Film Threat, their panels and stuff like
Crazy.
that. And I was just like, oh shit. And they sat there the whole time. And I was like, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're very obvious, but they were cool. They were chill. And I'm like, dude, that's the audience. The audience is literally everybody. But
Yeah.
no, they don't want to hear that part. Nobody wants to hear that
they don't
part.
even, they just reject the premise that people that are like them could like people that they hate. It's like literally that's what a cult is, man. These people are just straight up cultish. I hate it all. Holy shit.
Yeah, it gets real crazy.
It's official. Trump has the hottest cabinet of all time.
Oh shit. Let's go.
Got someone for everyone there.
I thought I was the hottest person.
Why doesn't he have a black guy on his cabinet? Where's the rest of the checkbox?
Checkboxes? That's crazy. Well, the only movies out now are Gladiator 2, Wicked, Venom 3.
Well, I guess gay people are just eating right now.
So
I've seen all three of them.
So my watch list is really, I don't care. I really don't fucking care. And
What about Moana 2?
Oh, that goes under the I don't fucking care category.
They should start making categories like that.
Only two more movies that are coming out this year that are worth anything, and that's Nosferatu and Sonic 3.
Sonic 3, yeah. It's
Sonic
already
3.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Look, Sonic 3 looks pretty good. Like it looks like it'll be fun.
I saw a trailer today. Yes,
I did my trailer reaction for it. It was crazy. Is that there was early reports coming out that Kraven the Hunter could bomb? It's like, guys, it's going to bomb because Kraven's looks like absolute utter horse shit.
Remember, he's a mutant now.
And the director's like, please come see our movie. Nobody likes these. They stink. They literally, even the Venom movies stink. Everything stinks. Burn it. They're like, we're gonna reboot. No one cares. Burn it.
Some of his comments were like, "Oh, please, if you go see this movie, they might give me a chance to make another one, and that one could have Spider-Man in it." Like he's literally begging in such a weird, like,
why wasn't he in the first one? We know why.
Why hasn't he been?
Yeah.
I think it's because he's. I think they have the deal with Marvel to where it's like they
can't
license it out.
I'm saying, like, we know why they're not using him, but like that brings the question. Well, if he could be in the second, why wasn't he in the first one?
You know what?
I'm going to say all this shit. Why is Spider-Man not stepped in?
You could 1,000,000% do a Craven movie without Spider-Man. Problem is, you have to introduce Craven with Spider-Man first. Craven has never been in a Spider-Man movie because that way the modern audience has no idea who Craven is. If they knew who Craven was, I would love a movie watching Craven going around and taking down the world's most dangerous beast. You know, the River Monster TV show? Do that, but fictional and with Craven hunting down like 20-foot tall gorillas. That could sound amazing.
So, like, you mean like The Witcher or something? Let's make him the
Witcher.
He just goes around killing.
Exactly. And you make it into a TV show. You know, you keep it relatively cheap, but you have it Craven instead.
They could do it like the crocodile hunter. Have him like it's like a documentary type show.
Like, I'm gonna go stick my thumb right up his butthole.
How about this? You make a Spider-Man movie with Craven as the villain. See,
but you have to. Yes, you have to do that first. You do that.
You're thinking way too outside the box, man. They don't do that now.
Great, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, you get the main guy. Okay, Peter Parker, spider powers, all that. Craven as the villain. Okay, now we're really thinking here. That's what the fans want.
Because what normies know who Craven is?
I think he's decently known for a Spider-Man villain.
Isn't that a breakfast cereal?
Not by the normies.
Really? You don't think so?
I don't think he wasn't that big for me growing up. Like, I didn't know too much about him, and there was a game that was like a Diablo-style top-down RPG or action RPG called like Marvel Alliance or something around those lines.
Ultimate Alliance, yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and that was the first time I got introduced to him because he was just like a character you fought in it, and I was like, I wasn't that aware. I wasn't that much. I wasn't watching as much stuff or into the lore as much as I am now. So now I know who he is, of course, but at the time I had no idea.
Am I the only one that gets
into this stuff?
Page energy from this picture.
Oh god! Wait, that's her new haircut.
The second one. The second one, not the first one. The second one looks like Elliot Page.
Yeah. She went from like kind of hot to all right.
You know, I know the pixie haircut's fine on some women. Some cannot pull it off at all. She's
starting to look like Ellen Page or whatever.
I don't care. More power to you.
Good Lord. Yeah.
Not y'all, her.
Yeah. Everyone was like, "Oh, she got a new haircut. Awesome.
Woo. Awesome. I hope she liked it. Good. I hope she enjoys her haircut.
A 5 out of 10 woman that probably has a lot of baggage with a new haircut.
I think she's just happy.
Hairlines than me.
I think she's just happy Rachel Zegler came along just to take the most hated person in media away from her. You know,
she's mad. She wants it
back. If Brie Larson,
she's just like, oh, this is great.
Crazy. It wasn't even hard. Rachel Zegler just opened her mouth, and everyone forgot what Brie Larson potentially did. It's that bad. She's that retarded. Holy shit! That takes some skill to actually outdo Brie Larson.
Here's the question: is Snow White actually going to get released at this rate?
Oh yeah, they're putting it out. There's no way they won't.
I don't know.
I don't think it's going to come out in the spring like they have it projected. Because the last test failed again.
They might delay it. But no, they'll put it out. I think.
I think they're going to scrap it and put it only on Disney Plus.
I think there's 2 movies coming out that I'm agreeing with Drunken. Either they'll drop it to Disney Plus or they will eventually just scrap it. That and Captain America, because they're going through another round of reshoot.
Yeah,
I just saw that earlier. Yeah.
Hey, Cap. That's a lot of pussy you got there.
Yeah, this is Calypso. She's awesome. She invades my videos and stuff all the time or my live streams. She's an attention seeker. So
just like most girls, they always want attention. Good Lord, man. No, but going with Darnell said, yes, Captain America 4. More rounds of reshoots. They just put out a second trailer for it that I got to do a trailer reaction for, and the Thunderbolts one. But I remember seeing the whole needs another round of reshoots. Like, guys, that's not good. The movie's dropping in February. That's literally
a couple months out.
Literally a couple months out. Yeah, it's dropping in February, and it's like, what? Like this movie? How many reshoots has this movie been through? Like potentially 8.
At least 4. Minimum 4.
Minimum 4. I think they've been about 5 to 7 reshoots at this point, because they had all those test screenings, the first initial 4 reshoots, and then now they just added in additional reshoots. The writer, they rewrote the whole movie and everything. Oh my God, man. This is looking like to be an absolute, just complete disaster. The budget ended up potentially ballooning to like $300 million, $400 million before marketing. So this film has to bring in at least $1 billion. I mean, we don't know the budget for the film officially, but it's got to be in the $300 million range, or at least $400 million range at this point. With all these reshoots, these rewrites, and everything.
Dude, if you're dropping 3.5 minute to almost 4 minute trailers, you know your movie is gonna fucking just bomb, dude. There's no reason to be releasing trailers that big. It just gives away so much.
At this point,
there's
just release
no way
a full
to do
2-hour trailer.
Yeah, I think it's going to be released. They might delay it, but they'll put it out. There's no doubt in my mind they will.
I don't know. I think Disney's getting to that point where it's just, they're going to have to either drop it to Disney Plus or just scrap it. I mean,
well,
the longer they wait to put this fucking thing out, the more she talks and the more people are not wanting to fucking see this.
They weren't seeing it. We didn't give a fuck about it to begin with in general.
But there are people who were going to see it who are now like, no, I'm fucking done. They'll make more money writing it off for taxes than they will in a theater.
I mean, whatever deal she inked, if it has to come out theatrically, it has to. You know, because there's no way she would do that for streaming. I mean,
they probably had their army of lawyers looking for a loophole to not put it
probably out. I mean, I don't doubt it's not going to get released theatrically, but it's going to bomb. It's going to make like what Little Mermaid did, like $400 million. It probably will make that. Keep in mind, Disney.
There's a new trailer release
for what?
For Snow White. 10 hours ago.
Later.
Oh yeah,
Captain Falcon's gonna make like his bake loan and get denied, dude. That shit's just gonna get shot to the. No one's gonna watch it,
man.
Captain African American is just gonna be him applying for EBT.
Captain Blackfrica, get it right, guys. And keep in mind, Little Mermaid did lose money. It lost a lot of money actually. So it's either they put it out, or you basically, I mean, you could just throw it on streaming. I'm not saying they can't, but there's just no doubt in my mind that they wouldn't release it theatrically. I know how big egos these guys have at this point. We know they're not trying to not be in controversy. Or do you guys think it was true, the rumors that people did talk to her to make her shut the fuck up and apologize?
I think they did.
Oh, 1,000,000%. She's got to apologize on her own. Trust me, I'm surrounded by 1 million people like Rachel Zegler.
Yes.
Their egos are through the fucking roof. They in a world where they're in the wrong.
Yeah, they made her apologize, and it still wasn't even an apology. It was still a fuck you.
Oh, no. Those people factor in. Whenever that happens, those are always PR. That's written by a team. She has no input on that ever.
I don't know. If a PR team wrote that, they fucked up because that was not an apology.
A little bit of PR team wrote it, and then she said, "Fuck you guys, I'm going to say my own way."
I think she did that. Yeah, I think she convinced him to let her do it herself, and that made it worse.
Yeah, with all the Snow White controversy with Zegler, I've even said this a couple of times on different streams, but it's like if they didn't say any of the stuff, they didn't do the press tours that they're doing, and they just ran it off of, hey, this is almost 100 years or over 100 years after Walt Disney started. It's their very first. It's the thing that started their whole company, and they promoted it on that alone. And even if their trailers still looked kind of as bad, but they didn't actually tell you that they're going to change the story, they could at least probably had at least a good opening weekend just off that kind of baiting alone. But right now it's going to be I don't see it doing anything, man. Like they had there's a way better path they could have chosen, but it's not going to happen now. Like, because there's too much backlash. Been like, dude, 100 years later, the first thing that started this whole company, it's back with better graphics, more improved, and just sold it on that.
Yep.
You could have had something there, and just don't let them say anything. But she's gonna keep her mouth shut.
My big point is Darnell is
we're having a conversation about like shows in the chat.
Oh yeah. So this is how I think about things like that. So you mentioned people. Okay, let me go over your comment. Put shows like Penguin on a pedestal, but because that's being show like Agatha. Well, I
don't think Penguin's that good of a show. I didn't watch it, but what people tell me about it, it doesn't sound like it's that good of a show.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, it's two different concepts. Agatha itself, I haven't seen either. Could be complete shit, but that doesn't negate like Penguin being good.
All right, I have seen both shows.
I love the Penguin. I thought it was like a minimum like a 9 out of 10 show.
You
I
know,
got a bunch of reviews on
Agatha was almost a good show, but the writer sucks. Like they had a bunch of really good ideas that they just fell flat on because they were incompetent.
Dude, all their
I know.
ideas were stolen. Like they
Exactly,
literally
most
did
of them
like a
were-
Memento. They did like Memento. Then they also did The Usual Suspects all in like one episode. Like they did the Usual Suspects thing. They brought back one episode where it's like,
Gooch.
oh, you didn't catch this that nobody gave a shit about?
that's not
Well,
Gooch.
Yeah, of
Well,
course,
the thing
because
is,
nobody
I actually
cared.
caught it. I caught
What's up,
every
Gooch?
single one of their little teasers because I noticed all the tarot card readings. If you go back, I on my last Agatha video, I think the first 4 episodes, I'm literally like
Yeah.
yelling at my camera how pissed I am that the show is almost good. Like it has the seeds to be a good show, and it's just the most incompetent team.
Well,
Penguin,
it's
Yeah,
however-
all the acting was lackluster, and there's some
It's
good
got-
actors in it, but
it's
it's
got
like
two of
they
the-
just didn't do a good job.
it's got two of the biggest things that I can't stand. Prequels, because like my whole thing is like we know this character ends up here. I don't give a shit about how it got to this point when these movies began. Like it's like there's no stakes because you know this guy's gonna make it to the movies. So you know, and then 2, a Batman show set in the Batman universe with no Batman at all.
Here's
Like,
the thing:
so-
Penguin
I'm supposed to believe Batman
barely even Batman.
let him do everything he wanted in this entire show, commit crimes, and do
It's
all
they
this
supposed
do
to
have
be
a- they
within
have
a
a lore
couple
reason.
weeks.
There's
It's
a
supposed to be
lore
within a
reason
couple
why.
weeks.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, a couple weeks. This dude was doing all this
But
shit. in a
Batman's
couple weeks
also
and
not doing as much Batmaning right now. He's mostly parading as Bruce Wayne.
I
He's actually trying to rebuild the city monetarily. But
I- yeah.
also, at the very end of Penguin is the only time it actually gets big enough that Batman would be justified being called in. And at the very end of the show, you see the
I
bat
know you
signal
see the
going
bat
off.
signal.
And I will say-
I don't. But I mean, didn't this take place after the Batman movie?
They
Yes.
said about
So-
It's
2
literally
weeks, yeah.
almost right after.
So
It's
he
like,
knows. So
Because
he
it's still
knows about.
flooded. Yeah.
So he knows about Penguin. He knows this dude doing shit, and he's letting him get away with.
But at the end of the Batman says he has to pull back from the Batman. He has to help on the light side.
Yeah,
So
I
he's got to
remember
be
that,
someone
yeah.
who spreads hope as Bruce Wayne. So he can't do as much Batmaning right now. He's too busy doing his
I
philanthropy
can
as Bruce
understand
Wayne.
that. I didn't like that about the movie.
Oh, I hate the movie. I hate the
Um,
movie, but I love the show.
I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna-
I,
and
mean,
the-
I
the
thought
thing
he
is,
was a
I-
terrible Bruce Wayne for one.
Oh, yeah.
but
Also,
Oh, yeah, big
Bruce
time.
Wayne. I don't like people can like the movie, that's fine, but to say he's a good Bruce Wayne that's cap. That's actually just straight up just nonsense.
Yeah, he
It's
was terrible.
Andy Serkis was
Bruce Wayne isn't an edgelord.
Andy Serkis was a terrible Alfred. He's an awful Alfred. That's actually
Well,
DEI Alfred.
with
At least
Bruce
Jeffrey
Wayne-
Wright, even though he was race swapped or whatever, at least he was trying to play Jim Gordon. Andy Serkis, I don't know what the fuck Butler he was portraying, just garbage, straight up trash.
Yeah.
What was
But
it
with
Alfred supposed to do?
with Bruce Wayne, like, you know, like Christian Bale did the Playboy billionaire type of thing.
did it,
And
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
okay, that guy is ridiculous. He's sleazy. He's,
Yeah.
you know, he's supposed to be, okay, you're not going to believe that guy at night dresses as a bat. But then you look at like, you know, the new one, and it's like, you look at him in the corner just with his emo haircut, and you're like, that guy looks like he dresses like a bat at night and has way too
Yeah.
much money on his hands.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Now I've got my own mountain of issues with Bale, but you are right. You're
Yeah.
100%
yeah,
right.
that's a problem.
No,
Yeah, it's kind of a
and
big
before we head out
problem.
in a little bit, because I know you guys got to get to bed in a little bit here. But
don't
you
sleep.
know, I always kind of measure things a lot differently. I know people do that too, where people use the argument that I think Quentin used, where if this movie's getting praised because everything else is shit. Well, are we judging it off of like that product being actually good, or are we judging it in comparison to everything else? And well, comparison to everything else, it would already be better because it obviously has qualities there of it being better. And you know, keep in mind, all film and movies are subjective anyway. And, you know, I would agree we're not getting that much good stuff. But if there is good stuff out there that does come out, you know, just because there's bad stuff out there doesn't mean you can't or praise this right here, because that's logic you can apply to things and like movies and TV back in the day. You know, I'm pretty sure this sentiment was brought up back then. Well, we didn't have the internet this advanced to talk about these things, right? You know, because there was plenty of garbage TV shows getting released along around the same time. Other great TV shows were getting released around too, you know? So
I got to ask her now, what was your problem with Bale?
It's a lot. Mostly, it's a lot of the movie I have the issue with. Not necessarily Christian Bale. He did a good job. I think the one thing I didn't like was that he kept making the Batman voice more as the Bat movies went on.
Well, he
But
got
the prob-
older.
The problems, I don't care.
You guys want to know what my issue with Bale
It's
is?
like 2 years. It's like what 10 years from the first movie to the third one.
no, it's
He
like
should not
3
have been-
years.
You didn't
yeah,
see the
it's not
bat
that
whiskey
big
on
a
his
gap.
utility belt, man? That
From
guy
the
was
first
getting
to
the
the
bat
third-
whiskey
no, the
all the
fir-
time. No.
From the first to the third one. There's like an 8-year gap between 2 and 3. I don't know. The second one's still hard to understand. it wasn't so much him; it was the movies themselves. Like just it. I rewatch them. I rewatched them a bunch of times. The way he handled things after the Joker and everything was just, I don't know, like.
That's why I think
okay.
the Dark. I think the first two are great. I love the first two. That the Dark Knight Rises is not good. I don't know if people thought it was good. It's okay. It's average, but it's not good.
I would have liked in the longer and more time with Two-Face. Two-Face was in so here he is, now he's dead.
Yeah.
You guys want to know what my issue with the Bale movies are? Like every other movie, I haven't seen them.
We're done. I hate this guy. I will give Batman Begins this. That first.
What movies have you seen? You haven't seen Office Space? Well, apparently
I have seen Office
but
Space. Actually,
now he has seen Office Space.
We made him see it last night.
Jesus.
We made him watch it
You guys are killing
yesterday.
me. But I will say this: Batman Begins. That first
Housing
act with the
Castle,
origin
Christian Bale.
story and him training everything. That was just.
That was cool.
It was great. Holy shit!
Honestly, and I would have been cool with that movie if he didn't come back and have a fight with a big bad. If he just came back and just ended as like I'm Batman and hold the big bad.
That part
would
when
been the
he's in
second movie.
Remember his birthday in the movie?
Yeah.
And he tells everyone to get out.
Yeah.
Oh my
that was
God.
dumb. I'd hated that. That was stupid.
He had to keep people safe. He was going to burn the building down.
I get that, but to that was dumb. I don't know. I think it was dumb to like, hey, I'm Batman. I'm losing I'm losing Bruce Wayne's manor and the Batcave at the same time.
That's weird. He
was
didn't have the
stupid.
manor anymore after that time.
That was so dumb.
Well, you got to cripple them. You got to take away everything the hero works for. I like
it was also another way to make people believe that he's actually dead when he flies the bomb off or whatever.
True.
There's nothing left of this guy. So there you go.
I just find they rushed all that stuff.
Happens in a lot of MCU movies too. They'll get everything in the first movie and then lose it all in the third one.
Yeah.
Mr. Wayne, you burned down my house, so I'm going to burn yours down.
Good Lord, man. Great movie. Man, you don't get superhero cinema like that anymore. We get, great. The Eternals.
You know what it was?
Hell yeah.
You know what it was? He was just a misunderstood bad guy. That's all.
Right.
What's the point of all those push-ups if you can't get this log off you or whatever?
Right?
Oh, goodness.
I honestly, I did not like Liam Neeson's portrayal of Ra's al Ghul.
No.
The Arrow actor did it better. That giant guy, he did it way better. It was just he was an Arrow, so it doesn't count. Yeah, it counts for nothing, honestly, because that show stinks. Sorry, Emerald, I hate you.
Hey, you leave the first 3 seasons of that show alone.
The first 2 seasons.
3.
Yeah, like the Flash and Arrow both started off pretty kind of decent, especially for CW. When you see something at CW,
Season
you kind of already
Flash
like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to give it a little bit of leeway. But it's like the more and more it went on, you're like, oh god, this is getting really
the
bad.
problem was the creation of Felicity Smoke. That is a completely created character for the CW.
She was so trash,
and she I think is what ruined the series.
Yeah, like when she was kind of interested in Barry because Ollie wasn't that interested in her. That was kind of cool, but like there was nothing else I really liked about her. Like, okay, for Arrow, I never really watched that. I watched episodes in season 1 and 2 here and there, and episodes like in season 3. I was more interested in Flash. Flash season 1 is one of the best seasons of television superhero ever. Like season 1 of Flash is genuinely amazing. Then season 2 was really good, and then you got it's Avatar seasons where it stops getting good. They just blew Flashpoint in like 1 episode. I'm like, that's crazy. Season 4 is not that good. I like season 5. I think season 5 brings it back, but the rest of the seasons are not as good.
I need to go back.
Bad after a while.
I need to go back and rewatch them because for the longest time I was a really big CW defender. Like that scene that turned everyone off of Arrow when Flash, where Iris says, "We are the Flash." I defended that scene for over a year because I actually didn't hate that scene. I defended Supergirl for the first 3 seasons. I watched almost the entirety of Legends of Tomorrow. I was one of the few people to actually bother watching Black Lightning. So I actually engaged with all the CW stuff. I liked a lot more of it than most people did.
I didn't watch that show. I didn't watch Titans because that Starfire race swap.
Max was too expensive. How the fuck was I supposed to watch Titans?
I got it free with AT&T, man.
No, it was DC Universe Online first. Remember?
Yeah, then they combined them all into
that's what Stargirl. Stargirl season 1 was really good. It was great.
So
that one wasn't too bad.
Titans, I'm with Quentin. Dick Grayson, amazing portrayal, awesome Deathstroke. But the rest of the show was dog shit, man. Like Jason Todd fucking killing cops and paralyzing cops and being proud of it while we're in a Robin costume. That made no sense.
They do that as Robin?
Yes, in the Robin
Yeah.
costume.
He does that.
bragging
That's-
about doing bragging about
was that
People do
before
that.
turned
I know,
into the Red Hood?
but he
Well,
bragged
that's
about
before
it.
he changes to Nightwing, though, right?
Yeah.
That's like kind of right before that. Yeah.
No, not Dick Grayson.
Wait, so does this after or before Todd gets brutalized by the Joker?
Before.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Before
Okay.
he's and
Okay.
there's a scene where the cops are like cornering a bad guy in some building, and Jason comes in and he's fucking paralyzing and killing cops, and he's bragging about it to people, like how like, yeah, that's how we got to get shit done. It's like, no.
Yeah, but and that's the thing is that's why people don't like Jason Todd. He's got that different personality than most Robins do.
I get
love
that.
it.
I get that. It's
He
just,
truly will go that far to do certain things like that. Like
no. But he wasn't. He wasn't going that far. He was enjoying doing it.
Because in the comics, it's weird. It's ambiguous
Yeah.
if he enjoys doing it. He's mostly doing it in the comics because he feels like Batman won't go that far.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. He was enjoying it. And there's one specific scene. I think it was a female cop. He jumps on her from behind, grabs her, falls down, and like pulls her down on his knees, like breaks her back.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
See,
He's
that's something that
enjoying it.
Red Hood should be doing and enjoying,
Yeah.
but not
I-
Jason Todd as Robin.
They were rushing it. I get that's why they were doing it when he was as Robin.
Oh,
They
yeah,
rushed it
yeah.
into the Red Hood, but that was just dog shit. And the other characters, their plot lines are dog shit. All of it was dog shit. Cyborg
was it-
looked like they went to Spirit and got a fucking
Cyborg.
costume
Oh,
for him.
God.
He looked.
Was
he
it
looked-
that one or a different show that did like a black female Red Hood or something? Which
Oh,
I feel like I remember
wasn't that-
seeing that.
Wasn't that Gotham Knights?
Is that what that was?
Gotham
Was that
Knights.
one?
Oh no,
I
tried
feel like I
watching
remember
that.
seeing that, and I was
Fuck
like,
that.
"Oh God, what is this?"
I forgot what he
Did any
did.
of you guys
that
ever
one, yeah.
watch Doom Patrol?
Yes,
I think
they
I
I
made
did.
that
know
up.
one
I never
scene is
did.
the scene where some guy makes every single person in there have an orgasm at the same time.
Yeah, that's his
Mhm.
power though. That's his power.
Oh god.
That's his
All
power in
right.
the comics.
Speaking of orgasms, I have to give to my wife later on through my
I
immense
want that
thrusting.
power.
They had no one brings this up anymore because
Stop
it's
it.
been so far along at this point. Remember the Ray Fisher situation at DC? He had all that evidence against Josh Whedon. Ray, where is it at? Bro, all that racist stuff that you had evidence on from Josh Whedon. Ah, fuck. It was just about ruining someone's career. You dirty, stinking ape. Oh my god, I hate black people like that. Good lord, man. Ray Fisher, what a piece of shit. All he can do now is get inside of fucking Zack Snyder's Netflix specials. That's the one person who's gonna hire him. He tainted his career. His career is over. Good lord, no one's gonna work with that guy. Everything you do with that guy is apparently you're the racist. Fuck Ray Fisher, animal. Go work. He can work in Planet of the Apes. He can work in that franchise. They'll accept any black person there. So, to wrap it up,
Stop it.
it's not Tuesday.
At least like switch it up, mention the zoo or something.
Does he think he has rights here? He's gay. He don't have rights here. What the fuck? All right, we'll start with Arza. Ladies first. What you got planned coming up?
You're just jealous, okay?
It's
That's
not
one of the best
Tuesday.
community episodes. That shit's
Yeah.
so funny.
God, man.
I'm just gonna be producing more videos. Like I said, I had my peak video, so everyone should go watch that peak video. It was my one from Saturday on Dungeons and Dragons. So everything after that though is gonna be downhill. It'll be fine, but it'll be downhill. Getting a lot of hate comments, and so they're fun to deal with because even one of them thinks they're saying something that matters, and they aren't. I think this Saturday I'm going to be on Legion Talk to watch more How I Met Your Mother. We did one stream already, which was pretty freaking fun. I have no idea how he keeps dodging copyright, but he'll literally just sit there and watch the episodes.
Is it on YouTube or Rumble?
Both.
Mhm.
Huh.
He had, I think, 2 of them taken down for sound strikes, but he's fighting them and he should be winning because we are technically transforming it. But he has at least 5 or 6 of these streams up on YouTube currently. So we've gone through the first 2 seasons. I've appeared on his stream once, and I should be appearing on it again. It's fun because How I Met Your Mother is the greatest show, the greatest sitcom.
I like it. Season 9 ruins the show for me.
Oh my
But
God,
Only
that
the last
is-
episode.
Only
The
the
rest
rest
of the season ends good.
the show
whole
was actually pretty
season.
good. I like it.
The
Yeah.
whole they spent the whole season over a weekend. I don't know.
But it
Oh,
was
no.
so well done because
But you
they're
could
constantly
tell
jumping time.
Barney and Robin weren't going to work out. You could
No,
Yeah,
tell
no,
they
that was-
weren't.
that's the mistake.
dumb.
That was the mistake. They should have kept them together.
Oh.
That was the
She should have been
perfect
with
couple.
me. Why
So
can't Comey
stupid.
Summers? Why
Robin
can't
and
she be
Barney.
with me?
No, the problem with the show is it went too long. The
Okay,
creators
Emerald, he's
never
a-
expected it to last for 9 seasons. So that
No,
ninth,
yeah.
5 seasons. And yes, they knew right from the get-go, because the kids are still young, that they were going to have Robin be the final
They
final
released
piece. That
an
was
alternate
planned
ending.
out.
They released an
Yeah, and-
alternate ending that is basically the speech at the end of the show with some changes where the kids don't say anything.
Yeah,
and
and
it's
that's it.
infinitely better because it keeps Robin and Barney together. It doesn't kill the mother, although I have no issue with the mother dying, except for the fact it's Kristen Milotti. Killing her
I like her a lot.
killable
She's
offense.
awesome. She's
I'm
awesome.
pretty sure she has some nice assets you guys really enjoy
Yeah.
about her.
She
I
has
think
some
it should've-
amazing acting chops.
I think
You
it
ever
should have
seen the
been
episode of Mythic Quest? She was great in that. too.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
yes.
I
love that
will
Okay,
say
show.
this.
set up.
At least Ted did not date Rachel Bilson. Thank God for that.
No,
she was
he
in the
should-
show, but
He should have ended
thank
up
God.
with the baker chick. She was so
Nah.
hot.
Oh, yeah.
I
Well,
thought she was
remember,
hot.
remember, Victoria
hot.
cheated
Victoria was
on,
actually set to be the mother.
She was, yeah.
but she cheated first. She cheated
I know.
first.
I forgot the episode I was watching How I Met Your Mother a long time. J-Lo was one of the girls Barney. No way Barney snacks J-Lo. It's
No,
not
no,
happening.
J-Lo,
Can't believe
her
it.
whole thing is she says the power of saying no. Basically,
Yeah.
torture a guy by saying no. So Barney says no to her, and it drives her absolutely insane.
Syfaxx, did the new season of Mythic Quest come out?
I think it comes out in January. I remember hearing about it years ago, and I don't know. I came across it on
I
Apple Plus
love
the
it,
other
man.
day, and I watched all 3 seasons, and I was like, I
It's a great
realized
show,
why it's told the way that it is, because they had all the pandemic issues. So it gets a little choppy here and there,
Season
but
3,
overall,
yeah.
I thought it was really good. Like
Yeah.
I liked the whole thing. Yeah,
I'm
So far.
loving it. I'm digging it. Yeah.
we'll see how it goes, but I think it comes out in January for the next one.
Okay, cool.
Hell yeah. So next, Arza, do you want to say anything else? Or you were just shameless plugging my butthole?
Well, I'm not ashamed of that. Same time next week.
All right. Darnell, what you got planned coming up?
Well, I just posted. Please let it post. Yep, the link. Go check that out. I was on Moxie Dame's show last night. We did a table read for the Star Trek: The Next Generation episode, The Big Goodbye. Had a fucking blast.
Yeah.
I'll be tomorrow night on Mr. Burger, his channel, quiz time with Quizmaster Darnell Quigley, 8:45 p.m. Central, and then Friday night. I'm remembering Friday night. Insert title here with Drunken Emerald Arrow, and Saturday back here with MSK.
Insert dildo here.
Two kick ass and take names of all the internet. And lastly, my YouTube channel. I'm typing like a dickhead tonight. Fuck, I
All
can't
good.
spell. Lastly, I just put the link for my YouTube channel. It does not let me post it for some reason because it's wrong. Oh my god, man. Bear with me for 1 second.
Okay.
AI created music. It's fun to do. It's fun to listen to. There we go. It's fun to listen to. Check it out. Short songs. A couple covers we did of some popular songs.
You use Udio?
Yeah, I use Udio, and
Yeah.
yeah. I have a fucking blast with it. My writing partner has been
I got a
using-
bunch of songs on there too. Yeah, I've been playing guitar for like 20 years. So
Yeah, I trumpet and trombone and drums. So yeah, I mean,
Nice.
I'm a huge ska fan. So yeah, check them out. They're cool songs. Put a lot of heart into it.
cool.
Syfaxx?
Yeah. So you can find me at YouTube at Syfaxx, just my name there in the little box there. Usually right now I'm just doing movie reviews. I'm gonna start expanding that a little bit. Our TV shows, whatever's the new thing that's coming out, I try to get a video out about whatever we're watching. Other than that, you can catch me on the DA live streams. Usually does a thing called the Nightcap. They're usually about 10 p.m. Pacific. They're usually Monday, Wednesday, or Fridays. This week might be different because of all the Thanksgiving stuff. And then on Thursdays, you can catch me on Hold My DualShocks channel. They're really good too. They do a lot of good videos, a lot of the same stuff people talk about, just with, obviously different perspectives and stuff. So that's usually on Thursdays at 3:30 Central. So 3:30 Pacific time as well. So yeah, you can catch me over there. And yeah, thanks for checking anything out if anybody goes onto it. I appreciate it. And thanks for having me on.
Awesome. Drunken, what you got planned coming up?
Well, we got on Friday the next episode of insert title here. Yeah, thank you.
Insert butt plug here.
So we got that show that's at 9:30 p.m. PST on Friday nights. Currently working on editing a video of the first watch through video that we're going to be doing, where Arza sees Office Space for the first time. I'm in editing it's an editing nightmare, and I'm having a lot of fun learning. I mean, it's one of those things. You want to pick a video, your first kind of what you want to put up there to learn the software and stuff, and you want to do it as a short. No, I'm putting a React video to a freaking movie. I'm stupid. Anyway, back here on Saturday night.
Yes, and I'll have an announcement after.
This is Ars's link right here. Sorry, this is Ars's link.
You're fine. Okay, no, we're on this last week. So next week coming up, I'll have something to announce closer to the day. So for me, as everyone knows, the Cloud9 podcast is officially all uploaded on Rumble. You can watch from episode 1 of season 1 all the way up until where we're at now at season 13, episode 18. So if it's live on Rumble or X or YouTube, you can watch it all in order. It's not gonna be on Twitch anymore. I'm gonna do something with Twitch eventually. That platform is just straight garbage, honestly. That's an actual garbage platform, just a horror webcam website at this point now. Consistent content in a shorter time frame. Going to be working on getting all those news videos done and the current news videos done before the end of the year, or at least early in 2025. So nothing past February. I should be all caught up at that point. And on the comic book channel, I'm releasing consistent content on that as much as I can. I just dropped my Deadpool and Wolverine WW3 issue 1 comic book review with Professor Savage Dad, and hopefully we can have our comic show, this week on Tuesday or tomorrow, because his butthole was leaking last night really bad. So couldn't do it. So, I have one-on-ones throughout the week planned, a lot of content that's planned coming out for you guys, and pre-recorded videos. So that's pretty much it. Nothing really else to plug except Emerald's butthole. So that's pretty much it at this point.
Thank you, Quentin, for keeping the chat going, buddy. All night.
Oh yeah.
Hell to Quinn Edwards.
G.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing up, man.
My white brother from Eminem. I like you.
The homie from Texas, right there, man. He's good.
Are you sideways, or is the statue
I love
sideways?
Texas.
And Syfaxx. Hopefully, we can have him on other shows if he wants to come on.
Hit me up whenever if I'm free.
Hey,
I'll come by.
Yeah, we'll have you on Mondays if you want, because we have to race swap you with someone else who's not here anymore,
Yeah, it's all good.
Good Lord. Technically, if you race swap 2 white guys, is it really a race swap?
No,
wrong. Usually I'm the DE I hire, so it's kind of nice to not be one. Like, I'm just the white guy on the channel.
We got ours right here.
For Syfaxx to know, and anyone that's new that's going to watch the show on the replay, panel shows Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and throughout the week I will have some one-on-ones. I try to have the comic show with Savage Dad pending on his work schedule Tuesdays and Sundays, but that's been hard to get to, but we're trying to make sure it's there. Before the end of the year, I hope to hit 100 episodes, and then that way next year we can start putting our foot down and going even faster to reach 200 and potentially 300. But no race this time. I'm just doing slow and steady wins the race. That's it. That's what I'm doing. I have the tools to cope with whatever life throws at me.
Michael.
And there's a lot of conversations and a lot of things going on in life. But make sure you guys be safe, be great, be productive, and be awesome. And we will see you guys later. Have a great day. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. I have one-on-ones tomorrow, and hopefully I can do the comic show, Savage Dad. But if not, I at least have at least a one-on-one tomorrow. But yeah, have a great day, everybody. Thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK